Jai Guru. Question. While I wait patiently for the spontaneous presence to reveal itself, till such time I feel that life will run on the basis of ego. It is treacherous, illusory, etc. But yet I have to operate life through it. How can I make peace with the world and myself? Operating as the ego seems like torture and causing pain. So how do I make it bearable? Answer. The whole point of the practice, i.e. reciting the Nam and absorbing the knowledge, is to stop you living life from an ego-driven body base. This knowledge of your reality, clearly stated in Selfless Self, which you're supposed to be absorbing, is to be applied to your daily life. You are not applying it. You seem to be waiting for something to happen without any effort on your part. When you know the ego has been controlling you and is false, you don't have to operate through it any longer. What is the point of awareness if you don't put it into practice? I feel you go forward some days and then allow yourself to undo all the good work. Why are you operating as ego when you know better? Operate as Brahman. Live as Brahman. You are giving far too much attention to the changing, the illusory, and even though you know you are the changeless reality, you are not accepting it. You need to apply these teachings now. You need to stop listening to the old tapes that are going round and round in your head. Whenever your attention strays, you need to bring it back to center, to Selfless Self. If you don't do the practice, then you're just keeping the door open for the ego to keep controlling you. Peace will come from knowing you are eternal, immutable, the source. It comes from knowing that nothing that happens in this changing world can touch your reality, your presence that forever remains pure and unblemished. Don't let yourself be discouraged so easily. If you don't have faith in the process, then it won't work. You give up very easily, which does not help. And that is why I ask you if you are serious about self-realization. The fact is, you are your own master, and only you can change the habits of a lifetime with the help of the Master's grace. Things may appear worse, i.e. dreams, thoughts, etc. But that is part of the undoing, part of the process. It is not to be misinterpreted as a lack of progress as you are doing now. I can guide you, yes, but please show some courage and don't give up at every little thing that challenges you. Have some guts, Maharaj used to say to despondent, weak devotees. Make this day a good day. Take charge and live like Brahman, not like a frightened mouse. What are you afraid of anyway? Just ghosts, phantoms, nothing more. Jai Guru. Question. I am not really a bhakti type. I'm more of an intellectual, cerebral type. So I'm pretty closed as far as devotion goes. Answer. I think you're not maybe understanding devotion clearly. Devotion will help you to absorb the knowledge more, and it will also help to demolish the illusory self. Devotion is not a practice in duality. It is through devotion to the Master or Guru that we can be devoted to selfless self. We are not worshipping an external deity. We are not worshipping the Guru, though it appears that we are. As we talked yesterday, you're realizing more and more what non-duality means, what oneness means. There is only one Sadguru, and we are that. So when we bow to the images of the Guru, we are in fact bowing to selfless self, that which we are. I would encourage you to remove the resistance to devotion, as it has a part to play in this process. You say, I am an intellectual or cerebral, but that is an illusion to be got rid of. Who is intellectual when you do not exist? Time to let go of the self-image of being intellectual. Yesterday, I could see that your heart was touched. You were moved by our satsang. To keep opening your heart and be touched by the teachings, and to enable you to go deeper and deeper within, I encourage you to start practicing a little devotion by bowing to the Masters and offering yourself to them. You spoke of surrender. Well, there is no better way to surrender than to prostrate before the Masters. Each time you bow, a little more of the ego is removed. After all, without the Masters, we would not have this pathless path. We would not know how to self-realize. So please work on humility and permit yourself to bow, surrender, and give yourself to the Masters. In my own case, I feel eternally grateful to Shri Ramakant Maharaj for showing me the way to liberation. The feeling is one of indebtedness, not as a concept, but coming from deep within my heart. There is the sense of never being able to repay Maharaj in kind for what he showed me, gave to me, and that humility ever resides. Jai Guru. Question. If the person who wants to awaken is not the doer, then does this mean the person will never awaken if presence does not will it? Answer. The presence that you are is already awakened. It is what you take to be the person that is the illusion, the layers that are covering and obscuring your presence, your reality. So it does not have anything to do with presence willing awakening or not willing awakening. The barrier is your identification with the body-mind, with who you think you are. The only thing that is in the way of awakening or self-realization are all these layers of conditioning that has formed your persona. Our goal is to erase them all and throw them in the bin. The solution is easy if you follow it with discipline, dedication, and determination. Use the Nam mantra, self-inquiry, absorb the knowledge, and practice devotion to remove all the superimpositions that are covering your presence. Once the ego is hammered and everything that is false and temporary has dissolved, then there is liberation, and you will see that eternal state that you are, that you were, and that you will always be. Jai Guru. Question. The mantra recitation does not on a moment-by-moment level give me peace. Do I have to accept it as a detoxification exercise without instant gratification? Is that right? Answer. You are undergoing a clearing out process that brings everything to the surface. It is not meant to be a comfortable ride. The peace will come. You already have had a taste, so be patient. Don't accept all these negative thoughts. When you direct your attention to the nonsense going on in the mind and giving it importance which it never deserves, that is when you keep falling back. The best way forward is to ignore them. The practice is all about concentration and giving your attention to the Nama Mantra. Jai Guru.